Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing an update to my Pan Those Eyeshadows project. I almost forgot the name of the project. So I am just going to jump right in and chat about the eyeshadows I'm working on. So 3 of my eyeshadows are actually from my Jaclyn Morphe palette. So no spoilers, I don't have pan on any of these shades, but I'm going to give you a closer look at them. So I'm working on MFEO, which is here, Faint, which is here, and Hunts, which is here. So, I mean, I feel like these are the 2 I'm working on. I feel like I have a pretty good dip in both of them. If you can see that at all. Hunts literally looks untouched. So let's talk numbers. I used MFEO 34 times throughout this project. I used Faint 26 times total throughout this project. I've only used Hunts right here 9 times throughout the project. So I feel like by the next update I can for sure hit pan on one of these 2 shades. I don't know. I feel like the matte is going to be easier, but I feel like I've made a lot of progress on this shimmer shade, so we'll see. I've heard the pans are pretty deep on this eyeshadow palette, but I think I can do it by the next update. We will see. And then I'm also working on this single shadow from Coastal Scents in the shade Tuscany. Here it is. It doesn't really look very used in my opinion. This shadow is super hard pressed. I tried to get the hard pan off of it, which helped a little bit. I don't know that it looks like it has more hard pan on it, but it looks like I've barely used it. I've used it a total of 16 times in this project. Single shadows typically have a lot more product than shadows in palettes. I mean, compared to like an Anastasia palette or anything like that that has barely any product. So of course they're going to take me longer, but I've actually found a way I like to wear that shade, so, and it complements like the other colors in this project, so I'm really excited. That's helped me get some more use out of it, but no pan necessarily in the near future for the Tuscany shadow. And then my last shade is from the Tarte Maneater palette. It is the shade Midnight right here in the bottom right. I've been using this as like a eyeliner, just like a powder eyeshadow eyeliner type of situation. So that's why it's got that specific dent in it. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I've made decent progress. I've used it 11 times over the past month when I rolled it in the last update. I've kind of worn away the Tarte embossing on the actual shadow. All these say Tarte, as you can maybe see in that one. I've kind of worn that away just with how I'm using it. I'm so close to hitting pan in this shade right here. In the camera it almost looks like I have pan, but I don't, sadly. So I'm also working on that just because like I just want to hit pan in a shade. It's not in the project or anything, but I just want to hit pan in it. So as you've seen, I have no pan in my eyeshadows. I do think maybe like 85% that I will have pan in a shadow in the next update, just because I'm so close on like MFEO and the Faint from the Jaclyn Morphe palette. I mean, at least I think I am. I don't know this, of course. I'm just speculating by how big the dips are in it. Next, I also want to talk about my pan percentage currently. So I did get a new eyeshadow palette. I got the ColourPop Going Coconuts palette, so that did increase my margin or numbers of pans of eyeshadow I have. So I currently only have 3.3% eyeshadow pans currently. Before I had 3.6, so it's not like it's a huge decrease, but I am trying to get to 10% this year. I need like 8 more pans throughout the year to get to that 10% if my eyeshadow collection stays the same, so I'm not super worried, but it did go slightly down because I got a new eyeshadow palette. I do actually have a rule, if you didn't see my first update to this video, that if I use a shade under a certain amount of times I can roll it out, and then also if I'm not like feeling a shade, like if I know I'm just not going to be using it, I can roll it out. Which is actually the case this time. I'm gonna roll out the Jaclyn Hill Hunt shade right here. I only used it 2 times since the last update. It's really not something I wear, and that's kind of what I want to figure out in this project. Like, what shadows do I actually really care about? Like, if I don't care about half of this palette, which I might not in the end, I might figure out I don't care about it, I'm just gonna depot the shades I want and then get rid of the rest. Like, I don't necessarily want to keep things I don't care about or those types of things, or not try and like force myself to pan them, I guess. So I'm gonna roll out the shade Hunts and roll in something new that I can hopefully work on. So I'm getting into my Pretty Random app to do the generate the new number. I'm going to start with the number 3 because I have pans in my eyeshadows 1 and 2, and then my total collection is 120. So I'm going to put that as the max number, and then let's see if it'll focus on this. Ooh, 44. Okay, let's see what that is. Okay, it's from my Melt Stacks. Let me grab that quick. Okay, so I pulled the shade. It's just a matte white shade, as you can see here. It's maybe a little bit off-white. It's maybe not like stark white, but it's pretty white. I don't have any pan on it, as you can see. These shadows are huge, so I wouldn't say I have like a dent in it or anything, but I've definitely used this shade before. I am kind of nervous that this is going to conflict with my Project Pan eyeshadow, like the setting shade I have in my Project Pan. So I'm a little bit nervous this will conflict with this, or maybe I can find a way to use it like separately. Yes, so we will see, but I will swatch all the colors I have in this project for you right now. Okay, so here are all the shadows I currently have swatched on my hand. This is MFEO from Jaclyn Hill Morphe, Faint from the same palette, the Single in Tuscany, Midnight from the Tarte Maneater palette, and then at the end here I have the classic shade Swatch. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, it's literally a cream toned eyeshadow. So they should be pretty easy to wear together. I've been wearing these 4 together for the past month, pretty much every day, and hopefully this classic shade will be easy to throw in. Hopefully it doesn't conflict too much with the eyeshadow setting shade that I have in my Project Pan, but we will see. So hopefully next month I will have some pan to report to you guys, at least in, if I don't hit any in my actual project, hopefully I can at least hit pan in the shade in here because I'm literally so close. So I'm telling you, at least 1 pan for next month is my goal. I think I can do it. But until then, thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.